The colder a chiller gets, the less energy it has. Now that you know how much heat you're getting, say I'm getting 2 pounds a minute. All right, well, you're only seeing 8 kilowatts at your collection vessel. So when you go and buy a chiller, you're only really going to need 8 kilowatts on that chiller at the temperature that we need it to. So we'll talk about temperature in a minute here. I'm going to go ahead and probably pull up a little cooling capacity chart right up here somewhere to kind of show you guys how the colder a chiller gets, the less energy it has. And this is really has to do with, you know, the refrigeration cycles that it has. And the colder things get, the slower things move. That's kind of why the chiller doesn't really have a whole lot of power at negative 80. Pretty much any negative 80 chiller that's not a gargantuan minivan size thing is always going to have very minimal power at negative 80 or even negative 60. Usually beyond negative 40, that's where we see a pretty drastic drop in the energy consumption, which is not very good if you want to be recovering fast, right? Negative 10 is a sweet spot for butane. Butane, negative 1 would be enough for your heat exchanger to function properly. Chillers, they need to warm up beyond your set temp, and that would trigger the compressor. And by the time the compressor actually kicks on and starts chilling the fluid again to bring it back down to temp, you might have gone above your condensing temperature. You might have got warmer than negative 1 just because the compressor is taking up until 5 Celsius to actually kick on, right? And we need negative 1 Celsius. I always recommend negative 10. A chiller will hold at negative 10, and once you start recovering, you're going to see that number budge to about negative 9, negative 8, and then the compressor usually kicks on. We're talking the 10-ton Zeno negative 10 chillers that we sell at Extractor Depot. That is the chiller that I'm most familiar with. I've used the same Zeno 10-ton chiller for a good 5 years with no issues. One of my more favorite chillers out there. Very simple to service as well. Before deciding to move forward with a chiller purchase and installation, I recommend running with dry ice to make sure you understand the full capacity of your heater. This chiller purchase is going to be a project, and it's not just let's go buy the chiller and plug it in and get it going and we're going to be running it tomorrow kind of thing. What do we take from this video is that our heating kilowatts need to match with our cooling kilowatts, and the actual kilowatts that you're seeing may not be what your rated kilowatts are. So same with the chiller, is your rated kilowatts of the chiller may not be exactly what you're seeing at the heat exchanger. So always account for efficiency and always test for efficiency before you commit the system to full production. And that is Tech Tip Tuesday number 11. So if you like that, and if you like these long, semi-long videos, let me know. And don't forget to follow Extractor Pros, Extractor Depot OKC, and Extractor Depot. And I will see you guys next week. Peace.